Yo, what's up all you bright, lovely people out there? It is your boy Buttermink back at you with our IBL D lead week 8 battle. Now we're carrying into this battle since we beat Oboe last week 2-5, with the potential to go 4-5 overall if we win both of these next two games. And if we do that, we're actually still in contention for a playoff spot. So, you know, there's still something to play for here. You know, it's not, there's no reason for us not to. So, since we're still in contention, I figured let's build some semi-serious sets. Well, actually, these are serious sets. I've got Superior. This has Glare, Knockoff, I believe Leaf Storm, and, no, it has Knockoff, Leech Seed, Leaf Storm, and I believe Dragon Pulse. Alolan Potion, your standard Fake Out, Foul Play, Parting Shot, Knockoff variant. I've got AV Toxicroak. I've got a Charizard, which I believe just pretty standard with Roost, Earthquake, and Flare Blitz, because that basically is his entire team. Then I have Claydol, which is a specially defensive variant, with Ice Beam, Psychic, with Earth Power, Ice Beam, Psychic, and Calm Mind. No, I had Rapid Spin. Yeah, I had Rapid Spin, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Psychic. Then I had, Earth Power and Calm Mind. Yeah, I had Calm Mind on it. Then I have, I believe it was Physical Zeraora, if I'm remembering correctly. So, I think just standard Zeraora, nothing too special about it. I think I had Fire, I don't actually remember which Z I had on it, but we'll get right into the battle here, as I'm going to press play. I forgot to mention, my opponent is Dr. Slaking. He's a really cool dude, and on his team he has a Yuxi, a Kyurem Black, a Heatran, a Scizor, that is not a Jellicent, that is the thing not named Jellicent, that is a jellyfish, Nihiligo, and Gligar. So good luck and have fun. For my lead matchup, I decided that it would probably be best if I led off with my Superior, because I could basically get a free Leech Seed on anything that he wanted to send out and start getting chip damage. The only thing bad would be if he led KB. So, you know. So I'm going to just, like I said, fire off this Leech Seed, as I'm just gonna, no reason. I don't really fear anything this thing goes for, as it actually reveals itself to be Trick Room at this moment, which I was like, okay, that's a bit weird, but I guess he does have a slower team. Like, his only mon above base 100 is Nihiligo. So I'm gonna click Leech Seed. This turn I'm gonna click Knockoff, just because he didn't reveal Leftover, so I figured he might be a Super Berry, and I'd rather not let him trigger that. So I went with that, and I knocked off his Mental Herb, as he reveals to be, so he was very support on this set. Probably fearing Taunt from Alolan Potion would probably be his biggest play. Now I'm going to just go straight out into Claydol, because this thing is pretty free here, as he's going to just U-turn out, and I'm going to take decent damage. I do have leftovers though, so I'll be able to recover some of that off. As he actually goes into KB, at this moment I realize it's Trick Room. I'm probably dead to an Ice Beam, but I should be slower than this Kyurem Black, so I can just get up my, I can just Rapid Spin away these Stealth Locks so I can get Charizard in for free later. But he actually reveals that he is Min Speed KB, and that is a Choice Banded Outrage from a from a Brave Kyurem Black. So, yeah, I'm dead to that, easily. Thankfully, I do have Trick Room control, because I have a Alolan Potion, and that allows me to Fake Out, as he's actually that's going to remove the Twisted Dimensions. As this turn, I'm just going to be able to knock off for free, because he basically has no switches into it, as he actually goes into Gligar, which is fine, because that means this thing no longer has an Eviolite, which means it's taking more damage now and is less bulky in general. So that's cool. I think I'm going to Parting Shot out, And I actually predict the Toxic here, because my switch into this would probably be superior, and I don't want that Toxic. So I'm going to go straight out into Toxic Rogue here, and he's going to actually reveal that yes, he does have the Toxic, and it's going to just bounce right off of me, because I am a Poison type. Now I'm going to double into Charizard, since I haven't Mega Evolved yet, and I am the Flying type. But he's going to Earthquake. Now, unfortunately, this turn I do have to Mega Evolve, but I decided since he's Trick Room and since these rocks are up, I'm not going to get many good opportunities to Dragon Dance, so I might as well just, you know, Flare Blitz this Gligar and get it down low so it's less of a threat when I try to send Zeraora in later. As you see, it's going to do about a hefty 75, because it doesn't have the Eviolite anymore, but that's going to put me well within an Earthquake range, and Charizard's just going to drop to that. So, now we are down 2 Mons, and he's lost exactly 0. So, on the back foot. But I'm going to go out into Potion here, and I'm just going to Fake Out once again. And, this next turn, as you see, he's like really super low. So I'm going to just decide I'm going to go for the throat, and I'm going to Foul Play. But, as you see, he lives on 1 and gets a U-turn off, which was just, unnecessary damage that Potion didn't need to take, and this thing could have been dead so much sooner. As this time, he's going to go just straight out into Uxie again. I'm pretty sure every mon on his team that I saw was shiny this game. As I'm going to just knock off and try and get some damage, as he's going to go for the Trick Room again. I think this time I Parting Shot out because I predict he's going to U-turn. As you see, our leftovers, we're getting back up to that health we lost because of Gligar. Yeah, he's just going to U-turn, and I believe I Parting Shot out because I don't want to necessarily hard switch anything in. As he's going to go into Heatran, and I actually only have one answer to this thing in Trick Room, and that is my AV Toxic Rogue. And now I know you're like, Dry Skin, though, increases his fire damage, and he could also have, you know, Earth Power, but he's at -1, I'm AV, I'm very bulky, so I should be able to live anything from this, and if he's not Shucka, I can EQ and just knock him out instantly. As he goes for the Fire Blast, I live actually quite comfortably, considering, you know, that's a Heatran and that's a Dry Skin Toxic Oak, as Earthquake's just going to knock him out straight up. And we're finally going to get our first kill of the match. As now he goes into KB, and I'm like, well, I don't really have a switch in, and this thing, you know, did its job fairly decently. Like, I know Nihiligo's still out there, but I can't really risk switching anything else into this thing. So I just let the Dragon Claw go off and knock me out. Now Trick Room's still up, so I still have to, you know, fake out this, Kyurem to make sure, you know, it doesn't get off any damage. But he's actually going to go into his Batfink Jr., and he's going to, take this fake out and just sack off this, Gligar, which is fine. The crit didn't matter, he was like at 1 HP, it would have killed regardless. So I'm gonna grab some more leftover recoveries. The Twisted Dimension is gonna return to normal. And now, he's actually potentially in range of this Foul Play. And I need to knock him out like right now. Otherwise, you know, I'm screwed. But again, he lives on like 3 health, gets up a Trick Room, and with the mons I have remaining, I don't have enough to go through Kyurem. Like, I don't have really anything that would hurt Kyurem all that badly, especially with Trick Room, as he's actually going to Memento this turn, and he's going to kill himself and knock my Persian super low, as I believe this turn, yeah, I knock off, but it fails, so I get nothing out of that turn, and he just gets a free switch right back into Kyurem. And from this point on, it's basically like, well, I have no answer to this thing. As it's just gonna start firing out Dragon Claws, and this is, remember, this is a fur-coated Alolan Persian, and that health bar just drops like a hot rock. when he goes for that Dragon Claw. And now I only have 2 Mons left, and neither of them want to take, you know, this Dragon Claw, this Choice Banded Dragon Claw, and it's just going to rip right through the last 2 Mons I have. As I'm actually going to get beaten by a very well played Kieran Black, the first one I've seen in quite a while. I gotta be honest, I was not expecting this, but I actually considered putting Fake Out on a couple more Mons, like Zeraora and like Toxicroak, but I decided not to. Yeah, that decision bit me in the butt. But you know what? Kudos to Dr. Slaking, because he played that super well, and you know, he noticed my team was fairly fast and could be Trick Room fodder, and you know, he got that right, and just played well and got through that game with a nice 3-0 win, so congratulations to him. After that, we were eliminated from playoffs, unfortunately, so we have no more chances to get into that. So that is what it is, but, you know, we still have one more game to go. Hopefully, you know, we make it a good one, and I'd like to thank all you bright, lovely people for watching, and catch y'all later.